3. What's up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Tony Tones World Podcast. I'm your host, Tony Tone. I think at one point I'm going to have to change that up because I feel like fucking Drew Carey on The Price is Right saying that stupid shit. But anyways, what's up, everybody? I'm here with a couple of special guests. I got my buddy Jose.
What's going on? What's going on?
And I got my buddy Daniel,
What up?
a.k.a. T. Scott.
Kill a camp.
T. Scott. Shit, man. What is it? It's Saturday. Or Friday night, right?
Friday the 13th.
We just got told Chicago's going back into lockdown. Looks like Illinois is going back into the reverse. You know, whether it's politics or whether it's COVID cases, that's up to you or whatever you want to take it. But I guess my question for you guys is how do you guys feel right now? I mean, for a minute there, we were kind of going back to some sort of normalcy. And now it feels like we're going back to stage one.
For me, it's nothing new. Like we all know what to expect now. Now before it was like, oh shit, let's go get all these groceries, toilet paper, all that bullshit. Now it's like, how long is this shit gonna last?
You know what's crazy though is my sister went to Sam's Club today or Costco, and she was telling me that the lines are packed and everybody was basically doing the same shit over again. No, hoarding the toilet paper. What is up with the toilet paper?
But like, I think this time in particular, people are a lot more like I don't care no more. Like, yeah, I'm gonna still do what I gotta do. I'm still gonna see family, loved ones, and
yeah,
we're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
What about you? I think people are just over it, and I noticed that today in traffic. I have not seen so many cars out on a Friday afternoon.
Really?
And I was like, what are y'all doing? We're in a global pandemic right now. Get your ass at home.
Yeah.
But they're probably saying the same thing about me.
Right.
So I think people are not going to take the advice of the officials in power.
Right.
And I think that restaurants are not going to take the advice. They just built a tent in their parking lot, which, I mean, I guess that's considered outdoor seating.
Yeah.
When you are surrounded by plastic walls and a heater, I don't know. I don't know how COVID.
I feel like that'd be horrible. You know why? Let's say somebody's having dinner, and all of a sudden the guy has a sneeze. Yeah. What are they gonna do? Wash the walls? Yeah. In freezing weather, it's gonna freeze.
Not only that, but you got a tent, and you're stacking. What? Those big tents, how many people do you can hang? Like what?
30 maybe?
Yeah,
30 people?
Yeah.
25, 30.
So now you got 20, 30 people in one spot, close to each other, eating with no mask, no nothing. And there's no circulation in the tent.
Right.
What's the difference between a tent and being inside, whether you have a AC unit or unit that's circulating the air?
Right.
It don't make no difference.
Right.
If you're outside, literally outside, where you don't have no tent over you and all that, then that's a completely different story because you got the air, it's all going up. Here, same air he's breathing, I'm gonna breathe it too because we're trapped in one spot. We're all in one room.
Right.
And there's no circulation. There's no heat vents. There's heat, but there's no vents circulating in that. There's a difference.
Well, I was talking to my boss the other day on about this COVID issue, and I work in events in hotels, and we're not gonna be able to gather for a long time. And right now, we were talking about you can't gather more than 6 people in a meeting space. Mm-hmm. I was in line at Aldi with more than 6 people. Like, I don't understand how that works where I can't get together with 6 of my family members, but I got to stand in line at Woodman's in an aisle with 10 other people that I don't know where the hell they're coming from.
Right.
So it's like, some things really don't make sense.
And so for instance, he brought up the Woodman's, and I told him earlier, and it's kind of side note, but I told him earlier that sometimes if people piss me off and I'm in a bad mood, I cough on purpose, even though I'm not sick. I will just cough just to get them away from me, because at this point, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, like to the restaurant thing with the bubbles and stuff like that and the tents. like I want to support small businesses, you know,
course.
especially, you know, anything that's selling tacos or tortas. I want,
Sure.
you know, I'm gonna support,
Especially
but I don't see myself going to a restaurant as much as I'm going to go against COVID. I don't see myself going to a restaurant to sit in a bubble to prove a point or to, you know, whatever that case is. Like, it's just not worth it. I'd rather just take it to go.
I'd rather just take it and eat it in the comfort of my own home.
Yeah. Which sucks because I do like going out to eat. I love it.
Right.
I love going out to eat.
Me too.
Fuck.
Not only that, it's like it's a mental thing though, bro.
Yeah.
That's a peace of mind.
Yeah.
And I feel like people now, they don't care. They're just like, you know what? We got this far. We didn't catch it. We're going to be okay. Let's keep doing us.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a lot of people, yeah, I guess you could say a lot of people, but it won't affect you until you know someone close to you, yourself,
Right. That's had it.
you know,
I
and that hasn't kicked back from me.
right. Fortunately, I haven't had anybody. I know people. I know plenty of people that have had it, but I don't know any fatalities because of it. Right. And it's one of those catch-22s. Like, yes, I want to go out and I want to enjoy life and not really let this affect me. But for us in the Illinois, winter, I mean, really, we're inside most of the time anyway, so it's not really good. I think this time around it's not going to affect us as much as the summer did or the springtime, because that's when we were coming out of the winter. We wanted to get outside and enjoy the outdoors and go out see family and friends and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think this time around it won't hurt me as much, but like you said, once you have somebody that that's affected by it, and then hopefully, God forbid, something does happen where they pass away,
Right.
then maybe my perspective will change. But for now, I just gotta practice safe distancing or safe whatever you gotta do, and then I don't know.
What's worse about the winter is that I feel like our bodies are a lot more weak in the winter because you got cold, you're outside.
Right.
It's that cold,
Less sun.
The whole climate change.
Yep.
So a lot of people are gonna think that, oh, I'm good, I just got cold.
Right.
A lot of people are gonna be like freaking out, be like, hey, I think I got COVID, and all you have is a fucking cold.
Right.
Like it's gonna be so hard to determine if you do have it or you don't have it, and those people who are saying, "Oh, I don't have it, I just a cold," and they might have it and they spread it, and that's where it's gonna hit us harder than it did earlier in this year when we had like the nice weather and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I didn't think there's gonna be more. The rates are gonna be higher than they were earlier.
I think so too. I think it's like on a personal level. Me personally, my mental, I think I'll be better this time around. But what's gonna suck is the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah if you're Jewish. I don't know any other fucking things.
Kwanzaa for the African American community.
Yeah. So those holidays, for me personally, like straight up, just personally, on a personal note, like to have my grandma and stuff like that, to not be able to see them or be with them during the holidays, or I don't know if we're not going to be, or just the thought of not doing that hurts, So it's gonna be interesting to see, it's gonna be interesting, but I do find it funny that they came out with that statistic or whatever. Pfizer was able to have a 90%, what's it called? Like they came out with a treatment, right, for 90% effective. I find it interesting that they came right after the presidential election. I'm just saying.
Which I heard was, months ago that it was going to happen. Either right before or right after.
Yeah.
And it's scary to think that politics is something so close to a global health scare. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I think of something that's going to affect my health, I don't think about who's running the country.
Right.
And it's fucked up that we have.
No,
to
you
kinda
shouldn't.
think that
You
way.
shouldn't have
You
to.
shouldn't have to. No, I don't
Yeah.
want to have to think like, well, am I gonna have to get this vaccine before I'm allowed to go back to work?
Yeah.
Like, what if I don't want to? What if I don't trust Pfizer?
Right.
It lasted longer than 4 hours. So how am I gonna trust them to give me something that, You know,
This is a pretty blank statement, but I'm or general statement I'm going to say, but I would probably probably have to imagine that there have been drugs that either Pfizer or any major drug company put out that actually hurt people more than it actually helped people.
It's gonna be like do I take the flu shot or do I not?
Yeah.
I've never taken a flu shot in my life.
Really?
Never.
I've recently started taking, and that's because of Rosie makes me, and that's my wife. But yeah, that's about it. I never really did it when I was younger.
My wife just started taking it when she got pregnant, because the doctor said, "You're not taking it for you. You're taking it for the baby."
See.
Well, bitch, you can't guilt anybody harder than that. So yeah, give it to her. She'll give it to all of us then, if that's the case.
I'll tell you guys, that's funny though, because before I was in the health field, I didn't get sick with the flu that often. And then I was in the health field for about 6 years, and then I got the flu.
Really?
And I was taking the flu shot while I was in the health field for 6 years.
Yeah.
I haven't been in the health field for 5 years now, and I haven't really got sick by the flu.
You haven't been taking the shot.
And I haven't been taking the shot.
So you got sick when you took the shot. You didn't get sick. Well, now, I may be wrong, but they do inject you with a strain of the flu.
So your body can be immune.
So you're given the shot. So you're expected to get sick, which is my understanding.
Right. No, yeah, I think you're right.
Which I'm not a huge fan of saying, hey, sign me up Friday at 12 o'clock so I can get injected into some fucking virus.
No.
I'm good. You know,
I'm straight. I'm pass.
straight. I'm going to risk it,
See, but a lot of jobs require you to do that.
To take a flu shot?
Healthcare, yeah. Yes.
Oh, to be like a healthcare worker.
Right.
To be a nurse or something.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That I can understand.
I had no choice but to take it. Or I had to give like some type of like good excuse of I'm allergic
religious
to AIDS
or something.
Yeah.
You're allergic to AIDS?
AIDS.
Oh, eggs.
He said AIDS.
I thought you said AIDS. I was born.
I'm allergic to AIDS
I'm
too,
allergic
bro.
to AIDS, so no need to strap up there, cowboy.
AIDS
Jump
can't
on
touch
in.
me. AIDS can't touch me.
I thought you said I'm allergic to AIDS for real.
Raw dog, everything.
Okay, Magic Johnson.
Oh, magic.
Eggs. Huevos.
Eggs. So interesting.
Ooh, I just had a chunk of lime in my Modelo.
I guess it contains that. A lot of people, I've heard of that before. I don't know if it's true or not.
The flu?
Yeah, the
Has
shot. It's like, has to do with some type of like egg type of shit.
Okay,
that it's
egg.
made of.
Again, with the egg.
Egg. Huevo. Yes.
Huevo.
Yeah, okay.
Huevos.
Okay.
Huevos.
Huh.
Huevos.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I think part of the reason why I started taking a flu shot is because my daughter, too. And the whole, that whole thing, you're protecting her, not yourself, really, in that aspect. And I get that. And even then, like, venturing onto the kid aspect of all this, like, my kid has been home for homeschooling this entire year, and she hates it. She's getting good grades, but she hates it. And I think, like I've said this before, I think personally this is just going to mess kids' psyche up. Kids are already, eyes deep in their phones or tablets or whatever it is, and you take away that short window of each day of communicating with another person eye to eye, having that interaction. I think it's just going to mess up a whole generation of kids right now. I don't know. I'm not saying that they should go to school because just so hard. It's so hard to understand who to believe, what to look, who to trust. And it sucks that we can't even say our government.
Right.
And how to determine, what's right. Like
what might be right for you might not be right for him.
Exactly. And e-learning may work for him, may not work for me.
Right.
Because I have to be out of the house full time, but my kid is expected to sit in the living room and be on a laptop.
Yeah.
Right.
Like how does that work? And
productively.
Exactly. And I am in the position where I only have a 16-month-old. She doesn't have to be on any screen. And we raised her to not be around screens.
Right.
We're not around our phones. We don't watch TV. There's really nothing that we do in front of her. So for her to be forced to sit in front of a laptop or a tablet to meet her first grade teacher, I'm good. I'd rather homeschool her.
Yeah.
And also, too, you got to think about the kids that are learning their ABCs.
Oh, man.
How to count to 100.
It's crazy.
Like the critical grades, I mean, I can't even think of the critical grades. I can okay, kindergarten, first grade, you learn your ABCs,
Shapes,
right.
just basics.
So now you have these kids who don't know any better, and they're learning from a screen. They're teaching themselves. It is what it is. They're teaching themselves. And how is that going to affect them along the road? 10 years from now, we're going to have kids who are not going to know that stuff because of what's going on right now.
Right.
It's kind of like the, what do you call them, people that were born during the war days.
Mm-hmm.
Baby boomers. There you go. Perfect example. These kids are not going to know any better because of what's going on right now. If it lasts that long. Hopefully it doesn't.
No, yeah.
Hopefully by next year we have a cure, and then it is what it is, and we're past everything.
Then again, you say cure. What the fuck is a cure? Because there's
Right.
a cure for the flu, apparently,
Right.
supposedly, or
So
I don't know.
I feel bad for those kids because they're not getting the right education.
Right.
And I'm not saying all the kids are going to be behind, but there's some certain kids that need more help, and
Of course.
they're cheated out from that.
And it's not even like, if you break it down, like, not to get all sad and emotional about this whole subject, but even like single parents, and then you break it down to even that, like mentally disabled children or something, learning disability,
Mm-hmm.
or even no parents.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do the kids in Mooseheart do it? I mean,
That's a good
I
point.
guess they're in a program, so maybe they got some guidance, but
I honestly think it might work better for them because
They're in a structured environment.
Exactly.
yeah.
they're actually already going. They've been going to this.
They've been in quarantine
Yeah,
their whole life.
exactly.
They
Yeah.
live on
Yeah.
premises.
You're
Yep.
right.
Damn, I didn't even think about
No,
that.
that's deep. That's real deep.
So they were ahead of the game, so to speak.
Shit. Well, let's keep on the family subject. So you guys are breaking news for everybody. But both these gentlemen
Adam
are
Schefter,
are both
breaking
expecting.
news.
They're both expecting next year. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Let's pour a round of shots
Thank
really
you.
quick
Right
while
on.
I talk. Both expecting babies, right? Well, not them, but their wives. We can start with you, Daniel, I guess, while he pours the shots. But what's your mental like right now going into this, like, your wife being pregnant? How, through the pregnancy and having a baby, going to the hospital and so forth.
It's definitely a struggle with everything that's going on. As I mentioned, we have a 16-month-old, and this was pre-COVID when we had her. Pre all doctor's appointments. We were all in there as a group. And the delivery was, perfect. The team at Edwards Hospital was great, and we hope to have the same. Huge shout out to Edwards Hospital.
That's where my daughter was born.
And we're gonna go there again, for this next delivery. But now I can't go into my daughter's or my wife's checkups.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
And even right now for my daughter, my 16-month-old, I can't go into her checkups either. I have to be on FaceTime in the car, in the parking lot, and that
bullshit.
sucks. It's bullshit, right? Let me wear my mask, let me stand on the other side of the room, but I just want to be in the room.
I don't get the reasoning behind that, because you live with them. I mean,
it's
obviously
just
some
limiting.
people don't live with their baby mamas, right? Or whatever, their significant other. So I get, maybe it's because you come from a different household, whatever, blah blah blah. But for your instance, you guys live together. You're traveling there in the same vehicle,
Right.
traveling back in the same vehicle. Why the hell can't you go in there? So that sucks. That's straight bullshit.
Yeah, and I've heard of other couples that have had babies during the pandemic, and they're both allowed in there, and they try to make it as normal as possible, but there still I'm sure something is gonna feel off, but whatever it takes, as long as the baby's healthy and as long as we get the care that we need,
right?
The most important things are covered.
Yes, I trust that we're gonna be in good hands, and
So you're optimistic.
I am optimistic, very optimistic about the whole process,
Right.
and it's a scary situation. Having kids out there is not a walk in the park. It's a lot of things that can go wrong along the way. But I would never want to discourage anyone who is considering having kids. to not have one. And you know, it's a blessing. They say you never feel that type of love until you have your kids, and that's 1,000% true.
Mm-hmm.
One of my best friends, Tavo. You guys both know Tavo.
Yep.
When I was having my first daughter, I was 19 or 20.
Young as hell.
Yeah, yeah. I was
Kids.
19, 20, and he had told me like I was just going through a rough patch. It was just stress, basically being a young father or becoming a young father. And he told me this. He was like, "Dude, your life is just beginning. Your life is just beginning." And I've literally told that to basically almost all my friends that are expecting kids.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to tell you guys that because you guys both have kids already.
Right.
But for anybody else that's out there that's expecting a child or whatever the case is, man, it might seem hard now, but man, your life is just beginning, and I mean that in a great way.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. I agree 1,000%.
Before you answer the question, let's salute. Let's cheers.
Cheers. This shot brought to you by Centenario Añejo.
Woodman's.
We were taking half shots all day, and this motherfucker just poured
That
a
was
full
a full
shot.
shot.
Oh God.
That's called a Mexican shot, guys.
Oh, thank you. All right, so you answer the question. How do you feel? What's your mental? You know, you're kind of like myself, you know. Well, I'm kind of like you, I guess, because I think you had your first daughter before me.
I was 20.
Okay, we're about the same.
No, 21.
Okay, so I'm old. I'm younger. All right. Well,
I'm a lot older than you are.
yeah, you're older than me. But my point is I guess back to the question is just how you feel about your mental and stuff like that.
The way I feel about this one is I'm not worried. I'm not stressed. I'm ready.
Do you think that's because you've already been a father?
Right. There's nothing that I can do right now that isn't different than I'm already doing.
Yeah.
As far as providing, working, the rest, you know. Now I have to
relearn everything.
Relearn of how to deal with the wife and her needs. But
most important.
As far as that, like I'm already doing it.
Yeah.
There's a difference for guys like us, me and you.
Yeah.
Having kids at a young age. It's a lot different when you're a man that doesn't have his shit together and you're young compared to a man who's older and has his stuff together.
And wiser.
I mean, for us, we had to learn everything at one time.
Yeah. 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 I was in California away from my family.
You had to learn how to
choice.
You had to learn how to be an independent person and learn how to please your significant other and how to be a dad for the first time.
Yeah.
And how to provide, how to do stuff that our parents did for us our whole entire lives.
Right.
But now that if you're a guy who's in his mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, you already know I got to go get up, go to work, pay a house, pay rent, whatever it is. But your worries are more different now because your worries are more like, how do I care for this kid?
Right.
How do I treat this kid? You know, it's in the back of your mind all the time. You're stressing out about it because you want to give the best. You want to be the best dad and everything. But I guess, put it this way. The older you are, your worries are more about the child than if you have one that's younger, you're more worries about financial.
And yourself.
Because
I guiltily admit that I was worried about myself.
I was worried about how am I going to
my social status.
How do I want to put a roof over these kids? How do I put a roof over myself?
Right.
And my pregnant girlfriend or wife.
Yeah.
At that time.
Right.
And then learn how to be a father at the same time.
That's deep.
I mean, for me, like, it should be a walk in the park for me, which is not. It's never a walk in the park.
Never.
No.
But I know what to expect as far as I guess my challenge is going to be how to support this child, how to help this child, and how to make it easier for him, myself, my whole family. But financially, I'm in a good spot.
Yeah, it's always a peace of mind right there.
I mean, that's the huge part.
Right.
Think about it. If you can't, it's one thing to feed for yourself, but to feed for others,
Totally different.
not only that, but you gotta feed for the mom.
Because they expect it. They not expect it, but they just like they don't even think of it. Like they just know that there's gonna be food in the fridge. You know, they know that they're gonna have breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
But then you also got to think about, right? I know what to expect. I've been through this. I lived it, and so. But here's the other point of how we're supposed to see things like this. When you have your third, fourth, whatever child, my mind right now is concentrated to how I'm going to please this kid coming. But I can't forget that I got 2 more other daughters, and I got a wife.
Yeah. It's
So
a
now-
lot of emotions.
Right. And there's gonna be a lot of challenges because now you got to please this kid that's coming, and then you got to please the 2 other kids you already have.
Yeah.
But you just really have to focus on time management
Right. Of course.
and making sure that you distribute
The time.
your time effectively
Right.
towards your kids, towards your wife, towards your newborn, to make sure that everybody is getting the
Right.
proper amount of Jose
Of course.
while holding it down.
But
And that's a
it's-
lot of pressure.
It's challenging.
It's challenging. That's a lot of pressure on you as a man. And that's why I never wanted to have a
Well,
boy
it's
because
alright.
there's so much pressure.
Turtle Dick. All right. Well, that is the name of the podcast, Turtle Dick. Oh, okay. I got you. I have it. Yeah, I have it. No, I have it. Jima, I have it. No, you're good.
But no, we were just very rudely interrupted by my wife, and she called me Turtle Dick.
Turtle.
But she did just say she likes turtles, so it's a win-win. But no, I think that there's a lot of pressure to raise a good man, and I know that there's a lot of bum ass dudes out there that are gonna go out there and just have sex with whoever,
Yeah.
have 1,000 kids, not take care of them, and my son is not gonna be one of those.
Oh no.
Can I ask you something?
What's that?
Like, as far as bum ass dudes, right? I have never associated myself with people. I know bum ass dudes, but I've never associated myself with bum ass dudes. As far as being a father to their children. Have you? Do you know of any? I mean, I know of any, but do you have somebody close in your circle that you
Close in my circle that does not take care of their kids.
their own kids? Because I don't. And I'm proud to say that. And if you do, that's okay. But I just personally, I just can't get my head around the fact, because I have my own kids, that you're a bum ass father.
So let me ask you if a scenario defines as a bum ass father.
Okay.
You're in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
you get a girl pregnant.
Yeah.
She says, "You know what? I'm moving halfway across the country." And you say, "Okay." You never see the baby.
Yeah.
You never provide for the baby. You never claim the baby. Then you stay home. You have another baby with another girl.
Yeah.
You claim that one to be your world.
But you don't claim the other.
Real life, you got a whole nother baby.
Right. I think man, I fight with my conscience all day, every day. Like, that's part of the reason.
Most
why
normal people do.
my mental sometimes is just so up and down, crazy. It's like a roller coaster. But I would think personally that my conscience would not let me just walk around every day, go to the mall, buy some shoes, blah blah blah, do whatever I gotta fucking do, knowing that I have a kid on the other side of the fucking whatever, like couple states away or across, New York to California, whatever it is, right?
Yeah. It's really nothing. I mean, it's not far.
It's nothing but a flight.
It's nothing but a flight. It's nothing but a flight. Exactly.
Nothing but a flight. So, I guess to the question, I would say yes. That's a bum ass dude.
That's a bum ass dude. But he's got a kid here who he treats like a fucking king.
So I don't want to get like specifics in whatever technicalities, but I would say just in general, he's a bum ass dude in that aspect. Maybe he can make it right, and he always has the chance to make it right. But I don't know. It's just, there's always these kids, gang banging, and these people that out there just getting killed in the streets, all the time, and especially in Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the times it's just because they don't have an adult in their life.
They don't have guidance.
Right.
They don't have anybody to say, don't hang out with those friends.
Take that extra minute. Take that, not minute, but take that extra time of your life that you invested by fucking that girl.
Yep.
Take that extra time now to invest that mentality or teach your own kid, blah, blah, so-and-so.
Mm-hmm.
So that he or she can prosper in life.
That's right.
Versus just, it's almost like, it's a shitty comparison, but it's almost like a puppy mill. It's like making puppies, knowing damn well you're not going to sell half of these, and you're just going to drop them off at the pound, and they're going to be slaughtered. It's a shitty. It's a loose comparison, very loose, very very loose. But it's I guess my point is just not giving a fuck.
It's creating a life without consequence.
Right.
It's saying
that consequence sometimes gets innocent people fucked too.
The kid.
You're gonna drive by, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude spraying out the window, out the car door.
Yep.
How many times have you heard on the news? 12-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old kid gets killed.
Too many.
Sliding down the goddamn slide, right?
Too many.
That's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Had their entire life in front of them.
Yep.
Because why? Because some hothead thought he was cool because he was spraying bullets outside the window. That's bullshit. So that is exactly like my mental thinks of a deadbeat. And there's moms out there too. Don't get me wrong. There are moms out there that think the same exact way or are the same exact way. But that's what I think of when I think of a deadbeat. It's like, it's not that you're not paying for diapers and you're not feeding the kid at night. It's you're letting it go all the way towards like becoming an adult. 16, 15, 17 years old when that kid really needs guidance, right? That's where I go. And it might be extreme, but I don't know. I guess because we live so close to Chicago, we see it every day. We see it every day on the news. Every day. Memorial Day weekend, 67 people get killed.
Mm-hmm.
82 get shot. What? Are we in a fucking war zone?
Right.
Why?
There's less people getting shot in the war zones.
So you're telling me if I go to fucking downtown Chicago with my family and we go visit the Bean, we have a chance of getting shot by just a random kid being cool.
Yep.
Right?
A random kid trying to earn his stripes on the street.
Because he has no guidance.
No guidance. His only guidance are the streets.
Right.
And it all starts at home.
Right.
It all starts at home. If I wasn't around, I mean, I don't know what my daughter would how she would end up without a father figure in her house.
If you have a father figure, a mother figure, whatever, and you're raised perfectly, you still go down the shithole. Mm-hmm. Right?
I am great.
So
yeah.
There's no perfect answer here.
Right.
But there's more times than not. There's just you're in a city situation and your dad doesn't fucking care about you. Your mom's on drugs or some shit. And you're in a shitty fucking neighborhood. Well, what else is there? How else are you gonna get out?
A lot of the times it has to deal with the person, the individual that you're raising.
Right.
I mean, you got multiple kids.
Yeah.
There's one way you can approach one of your daughters, and there's another way you can approach the other daughter.
Yeah.
You can't approach them the same.
No.
If you were to tell me you can approach them the same, you're lying to me. Two different people. One of them might think that you're yelling at them all the time. Yeah. The other one, I think you might say, "You spoiled me. I had my dad wrapped it around my finger."
Right. I think you just explained my daughters.
No, it is.
I
got 2 daughters too, and it's the same thing. I tell my youngest one, "Hey, stop this. You're messing up. This is what's gonna happen. Are we clear? Yes. That's it. I don't get no more lip.
Right.
I tell my oldest one, she wants to put her 2 cents in all the damn time. And it's like, no. I just finished telling you, stop your shit, and that's it. End of discussion. Right. She wants to, why?
Right.
Talk back. You're always attacking me. I feel this and this. No, it's because the way you see things, the way you interpret things. Right. That's why a lot of people when they say, you got favorites. No, you don't have favorites. You just know how to approach one child than you do to the other.
Better. Maybe not even one takes it better. No, I agree. I think in your situation, I'm vice versa. My older one takes it and she understands it. My little one, and she's only 3 years old, she gives me lip back. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because she's 3 feet tall. Or not even 2
But like
tall.
you said that you have both parents there and your kids still go the wrong route. I mean,
there's an outside influence to that.
Right.
Right, yeah.
But it all starts with the house of how you shouldn't interpret that outside influence. You got to teach your kids, hey, this is our circle. Mm-hmm. There's no need for that.
Until it's your circle that steers you wrong.
Right.
I was raised by 2 very good parents. Yeah. Great parents. Yeah. Hard-working parents. Put us in the best position. But what did I want to do? Go do hood rat stuff with my friends.
I was right there with you.
But who were those friends? Before I even met you, my cousins. Yeah. My parents said, you want to go spend time with your cousins? Your family? Absolutely. Right. But what did my cousins say? You want to smoke this weed? Right. You want to go steal from this place? You want to go do this bullshit? So at 12, 13 years old, I was very impressionable. Right. And that's all I wanted to do. I wanted to go and do what they were doing.
It was a cool thing.
It was what the cool kids were doing.
Right.
We would go to Six Flags, walk through a little shop, and run that bitch out. And go out to the car and be like, what'd you get? And I was like, this is cool. This is what I wanted to do.
This was fun.
And what do my parents think? Oh, he's just out with his cousins. Right. He's just out with his family. Right. He's safe. Yeah. Little did I know they were influencing me to make some of the worst decisions I ever made in my life.
Yeah. It's that inner circle. Your inner circle
has to be tight when it needs to be tight. Now I know as a father, between 12 and 14 years old, those girls are not going anywhere without me knowing. Oh, you going to the movies? Bet. What are we watching?
My daughter's, how old's your daughter? 11?
12.
I think my daughter's the same age because we're pretty much
the same age.
12 years old. I honestly, she only hangs out with a handful of girls. And the only reason she hangs out with them is because I know their dads, like Jose, or like my buddy David or Adrian. But just like I know their dad. Their dads are like my brothers.
Right.
Or again, it is like my family, but my family's. I mean, they're not those type of people. So it's just. My point is, like, I just know these people, like who they're going to.
Right.
I just don't let her go randomly to some Caitlin's house or 20 miles away or some shit. Some random ass place.
No, yeah. You you understand why your parents would tell you, I want to meet them.
Yes.
I want to meet their parents.
They meet their parents.
That's the whole reason for all that.
I never thought about that.
Yeah, no, you don't.
I never thought about that.
But you want to know what type of parents they are, what type of family they come from, how they are raised, and this and that. I mean, I'm not saying my kids are perfect. My kids are beyond. They're not far from being perfect. But the one thing I tell my kids is when you go to somebody else's house, you treat their house with the utmost respect.
Yep.
Be the most polite you ever been in your life.
Right. Is this only a Mexican thing? Because
it is a Mexican thing.
When I was brought up, and I'm trying to instill this into my daughters right now. My 3-year-old, whatever she does, whatever she wants. But my 12-year-old, I'm trying to, talk to her, tell her, hey, you go to every single person that I say hi and bye to, whatever. You greet them, you say bye, blah, 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 so forth. Back. Is that something that you do the same thing,
Yes.
right?
See, the only difference between our generation is we do it the bootleg. Back in our day, our parents didn't have to tell us that. Our parents would tell us, would just look at us.
Right.
Act right. If you don't act right, we're going to go home. You know what's going to happen.
See,
Nowadays, you got to put fear in these little kids because if you go ahead and lay a finger on them or if you do what is not normal nowadays,
right,
you're in trouble.
Fuck around, get DC fast.
Right.
Yeah, luckily the stare for me works.
Right.
It works.
For now.
My stare, if I give it to my daughter, man, I'll make her melt like the Wicked
I'll tell you
Witch.
one thing. It works. It works for now.
Yeah.
But improve it because that worked for me on my mom until I got to a certain age.
Right.
It's like I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm not afraid of you no more. What can you possibly do to me that has never?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're guys. With girls, it's different.
It's so great. It's so
we
good.
have a soft spot.
We all have girls. None of us. I mean, you guys both your wives are both expecting, so maybe one of you guys have a boy, but we all have girls. I wonder if it's the
We're
water.
both gonna have boys.
I wonder if it's the fucking water. Like, why the fuck? I know a lot of people that had girls. A lot.
They say that
Was it the skinny
El
jeans and the
Cabron.
Vans?
No, I think it was the way that we acted, the way that we treated other women.
Because we were whores
Because
and
we were
hoes.
whores. I think that's what it is. That's what
Karma?
the saying is.
It's karma. It's deeper than that. It's
yeah.
karma's a bitch.
Karma's
We're
a
all
bitch,
fucking
and she
whores.
always comes around.
man.
Absolutely.
I'm writing that down as a title.
I'm
We're all
having-
fucking whores.
I'm having $7.
Hey, but how are our wives are gonna get their karma from? Because they don't got boys.
That's true.
Jose.
God
That's
damn.
why-
That
That's
came
the
with the hammer today.
That's
what
why
I'm talking about,
we deserve
baby.
boys because they need to get their karma. And they will. They will. They will. They will. Trust me, they will.
Hell
the same
yeah.
way they want to treat
Preach.
certain people,
Right.
not to mention no names, but it's like honest. This is real talk, bro. I was raised by a single mother, right? And my mom always told me, "Dad, listen, that's a whole other story." But she always told me, "You treat a woman with the utmost respect.
Right.
You do what she needs. You please her. You always put her first, and that's the key to having a woman."
Right.
And now that she sees that I put my wife, my significant other, before anybody, it bothers her. As a mother, it bothers her as a mother. She never told me this, but I can see it. I'm not. We're not blind.
Do you intentionally do that, or do you know that you're doing
No,
it?
I don't intentionally do that. But that's what I was raised. I was raised that way.
Yeah.
My mom just finished telling me, "You treat your woman with the utmost respect." I didn't like the way that guys treated my mother. Why am I going to treat my wife the same way? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like my wife's like, "Oh, you don't come around my mom. You don't come around the family. You're all about, you're always on her side." Blah blah blah. She doesn't tell me that, but I can see it. I can hear her telling people that.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just spend my whole lifetime explaining to me that I need to please my wife and do what's right for her.
Preaching about it.
Right. And now that I'm doing that, it bothers you because I'm no longer looking for you.
Yeah.
When I was a CNA, a man told me, he said, "You got kids?" I was like, "Yes, I do, sir." "What do you have?" I'm like, "I got 2 girls." He goes, "Good." And I was like, "Good? I got 2 girls. You mean the good?" He goes, "You seeing it the wrong way, buddy." I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Your daughters will always be your daughters till the day you die. Your son is only your son until he gets married."
That's deep.
True talk.
That is fucking deep right
If
there.
you don't understand that,
Dude, that's deep.
either you're
as
not married
fuck.
or you don't have kids.
That's deep. That's crazy.
It's the truth.
It is true.
It's 1,000%
It's
the truth
1,000%
because how
true.
many
Yeah, yeah.
times have we been in relationships, holidays come around, and we're with our girl's family.
Right.
We'll go to our family after.
Right.
We'll hit up that second dinner.
Right.
But the majority of our time is with our girls and with their family.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Our fathers were with our mother's family.
Damn, that's crazy.
And
My sisters, I have 2 sisters. I'm the only boy. They're always with us.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
And where am I? I'm doing my thing.
So
It bothers them because you're doing your thing.
It bothers them because I'm not around. And I'm sorry, but I'm building my own legacy.
I had a brother-in-law, and I was 15 years old. I had my first brother-in-law, right? My sister had her first kid when I was 17, around that age. I was still young. And I would see this guy, like literally. I would see him.
that's the first part of my podcast. It's amazing.
Turned off the mic.
I would see him cater to my sister, put my sister first, not hang out with his family, and I'd be like, my sister would treat him a certain way, and I'd be like, you know what, this guy does everything for you.
Yeah. At some point, you gotta be on his team.
No, I wasn't even on my sister's team. Call me a dick. I was never on my sister's team.
Yeah.
And I was to the point where like, hey man, why you treat him like this? He shows your family with the utmost respect. There's no reason for you to treat his family with disrespect.
Right.
Oh, you don't know what I know about. It don't matter. He don't know what about our family.
Right. All the shit that we got
Everybody
going
got secrets. You can't
Of
pretend
course.
here and pretend like you're some damn saint
on. Brady Bunch.
and you never sinned in your life.
Right.
And I was just telling my sister, I'm like, dude, you know, you're wrong. You're out of order. Like, you just got to stop.
You're out of order.
You're out of order. I'll put it that way right there. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
but
Pretty Pablo.
Right.
like, it's true. And I kept always sounding like, man, this guy's he's a fucking idiot. Like, why?
Yeah.
Until you have your own kids, your own family, then you know why. And that's me. I'm the same way with her family. They can say I never disrespect with them. I never talk back to them.
Yeah.
I swallow my shit when it comes to her family because at the end of the day, that's still her family.
Right.
There's no reason for me to defend her when it comes to her family.
I think that's the same with me and my wife. I think it's the same exact way, and there's no ill feelings towards them at all. But it's just like there are situations that come about where there are arguments and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, it's not me that's gonna get the phone call, or that's me that's gonna feel bad. It's her that's gonna be upset, that's gonna be crying all night, or getting that phone call late at night.
But the difference between men and women, as a man, you know your place. You know when you should and you shouldn't put your 2 cents in. A female, it's like their God-given right.
It's like their superpower.
They have to put their 2 cents in no matter who they are or who they're with or whatever. It's just like natural to them. They just gotta react. Like I gotta react. I'm not gonna let you just say what you said to me and not say nothing.
Can I ask you something? And this might be a little bit personal, but for me personally, I've had a situation where her family, I'm not going to name individuals or anything like that, but somebody in her family got disrespectful towards me. And in the same situation, I kind of stayed quiet. I didn't really say much because I just, whatever, I'm just sitting there, right? I'm just taking it all in. Was there a situation where your wife, stepped forward and like, nah, you don't say that shit? Like she like my wife basically came to my defense and said, no, that's not how it goes, and then at that point she gave her 2 cents.
Right.
And
that's when she should give her 2 cents.
Right. So to your
family.
Right. So to your point is like I totally understand. You just sit there and wait, and then if there's something that crosses the line, the first defense mechanism is your wife.
Because your wife's the first person to tell you, why didn't you defend me?
Right.
This is why I tell my wife, when I fight with my family, don't ever butt in.
Same.
I won't butt in with your family. You don't butt in with my family. And she's like,
Mhm.
why? No, because it's my family.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, Do you want me bumping heads with your dad, your brother, your mom, your sister? No.
Yeah.
So you defend yourself with your own family. And as long as I defend myself with my own family, there's no issues.
Do you feel differently because you? So for me personally, like when that situation happened with my wife defending me in front of her family, do you feel different about yourself at all?
No,
No, me neither.
doesn't bother me.
I feel more happy that I married that girl.
Right. That's what she has to do as a wife.
Mm-hmm.
Because she would expect you to do the same damn thing.
I agree.
And if you didn't do the same damn thing, then you're going to have problems at your own house.
Yeah. For sure.
There's going to be a whole other drama with that.
Yeah.
But the way I see it is, don't stop me from telling my own family and putting my own family in their place when you wouldn't want me doing that to your family.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get it.
Like, she's defending me to her family, not in front of me, because her family knows not to say shit to front of me because they respect me.
Right.
They at least have that little respect towards me not to say something to me.
Right.
And unfortunately for my wife, she's had encounters with my family, and I stopped talking to my family. There's a lot of family members that I don't speak to till this day because they either disrespected me or they disrespected my family. And to me, it's like we're all grown-ups.
You know what you're doing. Family over everything.
Right.
You're taking
We're all
your family-
grown-ups. We're men now. We're not little
Right.
kids anymore. We're not little cousins fighting over toys.
Right.
We're little cousins fighting over family.
Right.
So now it's like it's personal. So for me, it's like I don't talk to them. And I told her all the time, hey, go ahead, talk to them, say hi to them. I don't care. Doesn't mean I gotta fucking talk to them. They're my family.
Right.
I mean,
you don't got
if-
shit.
I like her. What she has, there's certain cousins she don't speak to, and I speak to them. I show them the utmost respect. I say hi to them,
Right.
but I won't talk to them because I already know my relationship, my wife's relationship with them. So it's like you kind of keep it short.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like I wouldn't tell her keep it short with them. I'll tell her, hey, show them all respect. They're never disrespecting you, then show them respect. If they're disrespecting me, then I will say something, right? Or if it's not in front of me, then defend yourself.
So how do we enforce this respect, or this all these attributes that we were grown into, like growing up? You know, we were taught, or like we were just shown when we were growing up. How do we put that into our kids? Because that's hard for me personally. Personally, that's hard for me. My daughter does not. It's not that she's not respectful. She will give everybody the greetings, but it's more or less like I don't need to remind you to do this every time. You should know this all the back. It's like wiping your ass. You know damn well you need to use the toilet paper, not your hand. Like, right? Like, I don't know. It's just like sometimes I have trouble. Like the way I grew up I don't want her to know the way I grew up or like I instill the way I grew up, but it's just I want her to know the values. Like the one thing that my dad did give me. He's given me a lot of things. Like my dad's not a deadbeat or anything, but one of the main things my dad gave me is the respect factor. Like you respect all your elders, no matter who they are.
Manners.
There's elders there, manners, right? Holding again, my daughter, she's a woman or she's a girl, so you don't got to hold the door open. But for us, like as us men,
It's like what Mexicans
an older person,
say.
you open the door for them. You make sure they go through. But it's just not.
You
I don't
ever-
feel like it's like that this day and age.
You ever heard a Mexican tell you that you don't have education?
No.
Tú no tienes educación. When a Mexican tells you that,
Yeah.
they're not telling you that you're smart
I'm not smart.
or you're not smart
Yeah.
or whatever. You're not educated. Like
just you don't have-
as far as a white person, if you told an American, "Hey, you're not educated," what do you say? Oh, he didn't go to school.
Right.
He doesn't know his ABCs. He doesn't know whatever. When a Mexican tells you you're not educated, it's telling you that you have no manners.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's why I've never been told that shit.
Falta de respeto. Because what our generation, our raza is all about respect and manners.
Right.
Doesn't matter how stupid, how smart, or whatever you are, they judge you by your respect and manners. You got to
Right.
respect your elders and you gotta show good. You gotta show class,
Right. Exactly.
and that's all you get judged by. And that's
Yeah.
the difference between us and anybody else is that we're judged by respect. We're judged by how you come towards people.
Dude, this hits home so well because, dude, I can remember in the back of my mind me and my dad having conversations, like just not conversations, but just like little things that he would do every now and then. Like next time we go over to that person's house, you look them into their eye, you shake their hand with a good firm grip, and you stand up tall. Never again will you stand up slow or like slouch and you look at the ground, right?
Yep.
At the time, I was thinking he was a dick. Now, totally different.
Now
I understand what the hell
Now
you're
you
talking
see
about.
somebody else's kids and they walk around like they own the whole fucking joint and they don't even say one damn thing. It's like my kid coming up to Daniel and be like, not say
Or
one.
just walking right by me.
Right.
Right.
And you're all like, hey, how you doing, Isabel? How you doing, Jasleen?
Yeah.
I known you since way back, and they're like leaving him hanging.
Right.
Like we're family. We're supposed to, like, when people say, when you introduce yourself, you need to introduce yourself. You need to be excited. You don't gotta be like, my name is Jose. How you
Right.
doing?
Right.
Like,
Right.
no. When you-
Saluda. Be happy to see you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You gotta give it emotion. It's like when you go to an interview. You don't go, my name is Jose. I'm here for this job.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good question. What Tony asked is, how do you instill that into your kids?
Push 'em.
My dad told me as an adult, you know, you have really good manners because I just hold, I'll hold the door open for anybody.
Right.
When I see a car pulled over on the road, it takes a lot for me not to stop. And I've pulled over several times to help people change a tire, to help people wait for a tow truck, to do whatever, because I genuinely like to help people.
Dude, hold on. Before you, I feel like I have great manners, but I've never done that, and I think it's because more of like scary movies I've watched. But I applaud you for that, and so I will cheers to you.
Thank
for that
you.
one.
Thank
Dude,
you.
that's
I appreciate it.
that's awesome.
Just don't do it for a dude.
I have done it for a dude. Because I was driving to Wabanti one time and my tire went flat in the middle of fucking nowhere and some dude pulled over and asked me if I needed help.
It's happened to me several times too. People help me, so why don't I help
So
others?
why not repay the
You're right.
repay
You're
the
right.
favor?
You're
And
right.
that's something that I've always done. And my dad told me, you have good manners. You treat other people well. But who taught me that? They did, right?
Yeah.
But I don't ever remember taking that class. I don't ever remember taking that
Never,
lesson.
never.
You say thank you. You say please.
Yes.
You shake hands.
Yes.
You look in the eyes.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I just know that that's what I have to do. I am a respectful person, and I treat every single person with respect until you give me a reason not to. But how do I teach that to my daughter?
Without being a dickhead.
But
Camargo, you just
What
answered your question though.
hold on, but I've noticed that when we're not around, my 16-month-old daughter will say thank you to people when they give her something.
Yeah.
Somebody sneezes and she says, which is her version of bless you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it starts with me.
Right.
When she's at home and she says, no, I say, no, por favor,
Yeah.
or no, gracias.
Yeah.
So in my mind, that's going to instill in her that I need to say, por favor and gracias for everything.
Right.
So how do you teach your kids that?
Bro.
By example.
Exactly.
That's all it
But-
is.
You also gotta remember that kids have the best memory than adults do.
Yeah, my memory's going to shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I have a
Because
short-term memory
there's
problem.
no.
Sure, me
I
too.
say that. I say
chose
that.
to have.
I say that because there's stuff that you remember as a kid that your parents don't even remember.
True.
Yeah.
So when your kid tells you, "Hey,"
I take both.
when your kid tells you, "Hey, I remember this," and you're just like, "I don't remember that." But then I also think about myself as, you know what? There's stuff that my mom doesn't remember, my dad doesn't remember, and I'm like, "Hey, you did this." So it's like, kids pretend like they're not listening, but they're listening.
Yeah.
And it's up to them if they want to continue to be in a certain way or if they don't. I mean, it's like that. What's that one saying? You can take a horse to drink from the lake, but you can't make the horse drink from the lake. Or whatever. You can take a horse.
I don't know if that's it, but I like that.
Podcast title.
That might be the best one.
You can take a horse. Okay, my bad. You can take
You
a
can
horse
take
to
a
the
horse
lake,
to the lake to
but you can't
drink.
make it drink water.
But you can't take a horse to the
But
lake
you can't make
to
it drink
drink.
water. You can't make it drink water. That's what I meant.
I get what you mean. I get what you
can
mean. I totally get what you
Take
mean.
a horse to
But-
the lake,
but
but you can't teach it to drink.
Right. You can't make it drink water. If the fucking horse doesn't want to drink water, it's not gonna drink water.
Right.
Yeah.
But you could take him there.
Right.
Like a dog. You could put a bowl of water in front of a dog. Can you make him drink the water?
Yeah.
You cannot make him drink the water.
No.
And you don't want to. A dog's gonna eat when he wants to eat. A dog's gonna drink
Same
when he
thing
wants
with
to
a
drink.
kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Same with
Exactly.
Yeah.
As long as you put those things for them,
Yeah.
then
Give
you're
them the
doing
tools.
you're doing your job as a parent because you're putting all that around them. Now it's up to them whether they want to take advantage of all those things that's around them.
I agree.
But like growing up, my dad was always dropping knowledge. Always.
You weren't listening.
And I was not listening.
See, maybe
I was listening to my friends, to my cousins, to the pinche 2 Chainz, like that's what I was listening to. I wanted to be a fucking trap star. I didn't want to go to college. I wanted to make as much money as I could.
right.
Cantó el pedo.
Me encantaba el pinche pedo.
Pinche desmadre.
Puro pinche desmadre. Every fucking night. Catch me in the streets.
Dude, for a while there, I mean, when I met you, at the same time I probably met you at the same time, we were all at the same house.
1340.
1340 Winona.
The clubhouse.
Winona.
The clubhouse
Right?
was a fucking desmadre.
I don't even
Dude.
know the house because of him.
Yeah, well, that was our frat house.
Dude, it really
A
was.
frat house in high school.
Actually, no, I'm lying. I think I met him. I think I had a class with N.W.O. And then I was like, hey, man.
Yeah, we're probably in the same math class.
Hey, man.
And we're
You
being
should- sorry,
5
Anwar.
older than
You
us.
should,
Sorry,
you
Anna.
should come to my house, Like, damn, what's popping?
And we're inviting a younger person over to the house. Sounds about right.
Typical.
Y'all crazy.
I love you, man.
All right.
N.W.O.
I'm
Love you,
gonna,
Weezy.
I'm gonna do the first time ever in my podcast. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Go ahead.
Y'all keep talking.
That's what I mean, though, man. You gotta put your kids in the best place, and they have to take advantage of it. And if they don't take advantage of it, then that's all up to them.
Then they're going to learn later on.
What did
They're
you
going to
get?
learn later on because you know what? I was given the best possible scenario, and I decided to
Not to
go
get
the
into it.
completely opposite direction. And now, 15, 16 years later, I can see now that the decisions that were given to me, or the opportunities that were given to me, were in my best interest.
Right,
And I'm going to do the same thing for my kids.
right. And you just hope the best for
And I just hope that they take advantage.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, that's the good and the bad thing about us as human beings. Everyone's different.
And before I had kids, I was writing a book called 1,XXX Reasons Not to Have Kids. Because I had that many reasons on why I didn't want to have kids.
You know, why did you have him? Why
Be-
did you change your mind?
Why did I change my
What made you
mind?
change your mind?
I met somebody and I asked her, is having kids really a deal breaker? And she said, I want at least one. And because I love that person so much,
You give her a kid.
I said, I'll have at least one. And we had one that was fucking amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. She is a blessing. So she is a genius. And now we are blessed with another baby and hope that, she continues to be the same way. And we're going to try to do the same routine that we did with the first one because I think we did a great job, but it's gonna be hard. I hope we don't get lazy.
You won't. Just, it's gonna come natural, bro. It's gonna come natural. You're overthinking it.
I overthink everything. That's my downfall.
But
an
like for
overthinker.
me, like I was given a different type of world as a kid. I was raised by my grandparents, and I'm never gonna change that for nothing. I'm glad that I was raised by my grandparents.
Yeah.
My grandparents made me see things that my father wouldn't be able to show me. Like, my grandma and my grandpa taught me the values of having a family and being able to take care of your family, so to speak.
Right.
Like, my grandpa was hard on me. He didn't spoil me. He may have treated me different from others, but he treated me like the same way he would treat his own sons.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like, man, this guy's fucking really like on my ass. Like I would be like, my grandpa's a fucking dick. He's always on me, yelling at me, do this, come on me with this, come on with that. If I did this wrong, hey, why are you doing, But now that he's gone, and now that I'm older, I'm like, man, thank you.
You know.
You taught me this, and this is the way what comes to my head is what my grandpa kept drilling to me and be like, hey, this is it. Just what you got to do. This is the way, this is how to be a man. This is how to take care of, this is how to approach life.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to be given to you. You got to work for that.
Nothing's free in this life.
Nothing's easy. And I tell my kids that all the time. Like, they cry about little tests, bro. Like, little tests. It's only one test. I'm like, hey, this is just the beginning.
Right.
It's only going to get worse.
Yep.
You need to figure out. But that's the difference between me and my parents. Like, I'm that. Call me a gullible dad. Call me a soft dad. But I'm that dad that will stay up late studying with them. Did your parents ever stay up late studying with you?
Never.
They will yell at you. They will talk shit to you, saying, this is what you get for not fucking listening and not doing what you're supposed to be doing. And what were you doing? Staying up till 2, 3 in the morning studying for a test because you didn't want to fail it.
So, to that point, though, I would argue that not every parent is bad, though, because they didn't do that. It was just because they were working 12 hours. Like, for instance, my parents would work 12-hour shifts, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and then my dad would work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., right? So it's just a matter of timing and shit. Like, just.
But me and my wife do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel, as a father, I've been there. I've done that. I know that shitty feeling.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I get mad. I'm not going to say that I make it easy for them. No.
For sure.
I talk shit. I yell at them. And I was like,
because you want the best out of them.
Exactly. And
It's like sports.
No one told me. No one was there for me. No one could understand.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I got this test. I'm freaking out, man. I'm stressed out. I mean, I got this anxiety where I just cannot focus, and I got to make this. And you know what? I'll be like, you know what? I know how you're feeling, Mika. You messed up, but I'm still going to be here for you. Let's study.
Yeah.
And I'll go over. I'll stay up late. I'll go to work late. Let's go. And I talked to her when I got home. How was the test? It was good, Papi. You helped me out a lot. Thank you. And when I hear that, I was like, man, I wish I would have had that when I was a fucking kid.
Right. It makes
School would have been so much easier if someone would give me that push.
Instead of just saying, go do your homework.
Right.
Instead of just saying,
Go practice
that's what
your
you get
writing.
for not being responsible.
Go read this.
Learn.
Yeah.
You got to learn how to be responsible.
Not everybody learns out of a textbook.
Right. Or just saying.
But that's how it was when we were growing up.
Right. We weren't.
Before, even people before that, too, right?
Yeah.
But we got to understand that we're in a generation where we're not the same anymore.
No, our generation is dead. Our generation of hardworking, of doing things yourself, of working for grades, working for a job, that's just dead. these kids want everything handed to them, and I think it's technology, really.
Yeah.
Instant gratification.
Right.
You have a question, you can get an answer in
Not even question.
3 seconds.
Instant gratification. That's part of the reason why I don't have my daughter on social media. She's 12 years old. She's at the
My
point.
daughter has social
She's
media.
at the point where she wants a TikTok. She wants an
you're not doing none of
Instagram.
that shit.
She wants whatever else is out there, right?
I don't even want that anymore.
I'm gonna argue. Okay, let me finish my thought. So, I tell her no because of the instant gratification. I don't want her to get hooked on that sense of feeling good about herself. That instant like, right? Just because you got 3 likes.
It's not even that though. It's
the validation.
Right. Yes.
That
Yes.
It's also the bad things that comes along with that.
Yes. Comments
There's cyberbullying.
Right.
Yes.
Exactly.
There's all sorts of things, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I totally agree. And so that's basically the reason why I don't have my 12-year-old daughter on it. And we've gotten arguments about it, like, and she wants it. And to be honest with you, if I knew that it's not her that I don't trust, it's not her that I don't believe in, that she's not gonna do nothing wrong. It's everybody else, right?
Yep.
That's what I'm protecting.
It's not
her
you,
from.
it's the people around you.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's how I feel about the phone. I
dude.
told my kids, they tell me when am I old enough to have a phone? I'm like, you want to know how old enough I was when I had a phone? They're like, how old were you? I was 17. And I tell them this all the time. Do you want to know how old enough I was when I got my first job? They're like, how old were you? 14. And then they're like, okay. I'm like, and do you understand why I got my own phone at the age of 17? They're like, because your parents gave you a phone? I was like, no, because I was working since I was 14, and I was working enough to pay for my own goddamn phone.
Nobody gave you nothing.
No one paid for my phone.
Yeah.
My parents,
My parents didn't pay
they
for my
signed, but I was paying for that phone. They
Right.
weren't saying, here's a phone
I had a
for
prepaid.
free.
phone. I had a fucking prepaid.
We'll take care of you. Yeah, right.
I was 17. I went to Wolf Camera, got T-Mobile by myself, paid for that shit by myself.
Yeah.
And got that shit in my fucking name. And my daughter will do the exact same thing.
Right.
I will not be adding a line. I will not be buying another phone, because both myself and my wife both bought our first phones. We both bought our first cars. We both got our first jobs at 15, 16. I walked to my first job.
You know what's crazy is
To Sonny's. Like,
the Sunny liquor store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right
Oh,
there by
both
our house.
worked
You still get a
I was
discount?
stocking shelves. Nah, I would just steal
No.
shit.
Fuck.
So yeah, I did get a discount, a real good discount.
Damn.
It was slaying.
I like that liquor store.
Yeah, that place is legit.
But I'm gonna tell you this one thing, from experience. Your kids gonna be in activities.
Go ahead. My kid's
Your
gonna be in
kid's gonna be
activities
in
because I was in
activities.
activities for fucking 7 years.
Oh, what you mean by activities?
Sports,
Okay.
extracurriculars,
Yeah, yeah.
mathletes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Chess
convenient.
club.
It's gonna be convenient for you to have them.
You ever heard of a Firefly?
No.
What?
A Firefly is a phone with 3 buttons on it.
Oh yeah.
Mom, dad, and emergency.
Yeah.
That's all you fucking need.
No,
Yeah.
I started my
That's
kids
it.
out.
See, I agree with you, but again, my daughter has a better iPhone than I do.
And this is
no.
just me
My
speaking
daughter-
for my
my
household.
dog is my hand-me-downs.
Yeah,
I can't
brand
speak
new.
for other households, and like my wife said earlier, we're not trying to pass any type of judgment or
Right.
anything like that. We're just saying this is how we're doing things, and we raise our kids a lot different than other families.
That's all
And we don't ever want to seem like,
No, but
we're looking down because you're doing things a different way. No. As long as you're holding it down, as long as you're taking care of your family, that's all that matters. However you want to do it, if your kid needs an iPad at 6 months old to change a fucking diaper, then that's on you.
That's
Yeah,
That's fine. You do what you want to do. That's not how we're doing things.
But you know what I would say? Like, even to that point, like if your daughter at 6 months old needs an iPad to function in this world,
That's crazy.
whatever, even if it is crazy,
I mean,
I think we can all agree, as long as they have that respect when they go to somebody else's house to give fucking greetings to everybody in the eye, shake the hands, or blah, blah, blah. Like, that's what it's about.
If you're giving your kid an iPad at 6 months old, then the chances of you teaching them about respect are pretty low.
I mean, that's very extreme. That's that's extreme.
I see what you're saying.
That's extreme. That's extreme.
I see what you're saying.
But back to the heart of this point is the respect factor. Is the oh shit, I just spit coronavirus. This is the respect factor. This is how we were growing up, and vice versa. So yeah, I mean, I think we're all on the same page.
See, but though, like the reason why my kids have a phone is because they got activities. Right. But when it comes down to bedtime, those phones are in my room.
That's great,
bro. Her phone is probably on my desk right now. Yeah,
9 o'clock.
Same.
They literally come to me at 9 o'clock. I don't even know it's 9 o'clock until they come to me like, here, Dad. Here's our phones.
Yep.
We can't have our phones because it's 9 o'clock. Or I got my little one telling me, Dad, it's past 9. Can I still send a message to my friend because we're working on this project? And I was like, damn, it's really 9 o'clock. Go ahead.
Yeah. Why the fuck you asking me?
Why you asking me? Like, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
All right, whatever, good. And they literally put their phones on my dresser and they're charging while they're on my dresser. And then that's it. And I'm going to keep it that way. But when they're like at soccer or they're at dance and I'm just like, dude, there's times where you run late and you're like,
you need to communicate them.
With Jazleen, I learned my lesson with my oldest one because I was the same way. I'm not giving her a phone. But there was times where like, for me, instance, I don't know when I'm getting out of work.
Right.
And I get out of work late. And I can't find nobody to go pick her up. And I'm running late. Like, this poor child is, like, waiting for me.
Waiting for somebody.
And I'm, like, a half an hour late. She's in a parking lot by herself.
Yeah.
Waiting for me. Raining. Or cold or whatever the weather is.
All right. Well, you're making me very sad. After off this podcast, we're gonna talk.
No,
because I'm at home now.
But that's what made me realize. Okay, she needs a phone.
Right. Same with my daughter.
At least I can be like, Mija, stay inside the building. Don't come out until I go inside and get you. Or I'm running late. Wait for me. Or like this is why we since my kids are 6 years old, we taught them how to memorize our phone numbers.
Yeah.
So when you didn't have a phone, you go to a grown up. My mom and dad are not here to pick me up. Can I call them? This is their phone number. And they've done it before. Because shit happens, bro. Yeah. You get out of work late. There's traffic.
It's a crash.
There's so much shit to deal with in this fucking.
Yeah.
We're in a society.
Yeah.
And like, it's a shitty feeling because you feel like a piece of shit when you see this poor child. Like, really, Dad? I'm here waiting for your ass. Like, you know my schedule. Why are you not here?
I know that. Like, I personally know that feeling too.
And like for me, it's like I don't know when I'm getting out. Like when my job tells me how you gotta run this call, I'm like, no, I don't. I don't have to run this call. I got a life. Besides fucking running all these calls for you guys.
Right.
I got my kids.
Right.
Like, I'm not the type of person to be like, I'm gonna work hard and work to the bone and do this. Nah, fuck that shit, man. Hell no. Fuck that.
It's equal.
My kids come. My family comes before anything.
Yeah.
My family's gonna be good, and I can be the poorest motherfucker alive as long as my family's good.
Right.
My relationship with my kids.
When it comes to the phones, I was in middle school. I would say probably 7th or 8th grade, and there was times where I got out of a sport, and there was nobody there to pick me up.
Yeah.
And there was nothing I could do. I'll like go inside and call, use the payphone or whatever,
Right.
There's no more payphones inside schools?
No, payphones. You saying payphones.
All right.
Yeah, payphones.
Dude, honestly, before we started this podcast, I thought we were going to talk Travis Scott. I thought we were going to talk R&B. But we haven't even talked about any of that. But I'm not even going to want to talk about that. We're going to bring that back. We'll do that in another podcast.
All right. I
want to cheers to the fact that was a great fucking conversation. All right. So I appreciate you guys being on this podcast.
To kids.
To kids. I got one segment that I want to do with you guys.
Bet.
and it's my turkey bracketology. So essentially, in my last podcast, me and my buddy Goose, he's in Florida, we took 20 items, whether it's and another fucking fart. That's 2 from Camargo. Can anybody else beat Camargo in the fucking farts?
Hey, I don't usually have cheese.
Fucking
okay?
toads in the background. Okay.
It's that vegan life.
While I speak, could you pour us another shot? Well, you can grab.
Of course
one,
I
too.
can.
We're not gonna take it right this second, but eventually we will. I don't have any weed right now. I'm sorry. All right, so like I was saying, me and my buddy Goose, we started this bracketology of 20 items for Thanksgiving, whether it's liquid, solids, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. We just took these 20 items and we made a bracket like March Madness.
Right.
So now you guys are the second round. I want you guys to help me fill the second round out.
Let's do it.
Right? All right. So the first matchup is crab legs versus corn. Crab legs.
Who the fuck has crab legs on Thanksgiving?
Again, he's from Florida. He's from Florida. They have seafood out there. Crab legs versus corn on the cob or corn kernels. Corn kernels, bowl of corn.
Okay, so am I basing my judgment off of my personal feelings off of Thanksgiving feelings?
No, personal. You're personal. No, like you pick one of these options.
All right, so
hold on. But before you say that, my buddy Nick, he actually came out with a good fucking idea. Okay, so my buddy Goose, he's white, right? He chose crackers as one of his choices on Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna exit that one out and put mac and cheese because my buddy Nick put mac and cheese.
Peanuts and Cracker Jacks.
All right, but we'll go down that line later. All right, so for this first matchup, the winner for my next podcast will be facing ham. So is it crab legs versus corn on the cob or kernels?
What kind of ham though?
No.
It doesn't matter.
So,
It's just
what's the
so crab legs versus corn on the cob / kernels. So basically anything corn.
esquite. Could be elotes.
Elotes. Ooh, elotes.
I never had fucking crab for fucking Thanksgiving.
I never had crab for Thanksgiving.
I'm going crab. I'm going crab.
I'm going crab. I've never had crab either.
I'm going crab.
But I would probably do crab too. But what would you say?
Hey, this isn't the freaking budget that we had as a kid, as a family.
Right. We had a budget for elote.
I'm going
We
crab.
didn't have no budget for fucking
crab. Crab all the way. Crab and ham.
All right, cool.
Fucking lobster, shrimp.
The hell yeah.
Gumbo, jambalaya.
All right,
lobster.
Next one. Shrimp. All right, no, actually. The next one is going to verse sweet potatoes with marshmallows on top.
Marshmallows, sweet potatoes.
That's
sweet.
one. That's one.
Yeah, that's number one.
That's one entree.
That's one.
Not sweet potatoes versus marshmallows. They're combined.
Sweet potatoes, right? But with marshmallows on top of the sweet potatoes.
Sweet potato casserole, bro.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
Sweet potato casserole.
Oh my god, who are you?
No, I'm not.
What are you? All right.
What was that competing against?
Hey, all right, did you have that growing up as a kid?
Did
you have it growing up?
I do have it every day. Every year.
Why the
Not
fuck
growing
you
up.
lying?
Every year.
Why you always lying?
Growing up, I did not have that. I had
Exactly.
to wait. I had to wait till
So
I was
why
an
the
adult.
fuck you
never had sweet potatoes
lying?
with marshmallows on top?
Growing up, no.
Bro.
When I was an
I've had
adult,
this since I was
yes.
a young lad.
Young lad, I bought in Ireland.
About this big.
Where did you grow up in? Naperville?
Grew up in fucking Dublin.
Geneva?
Yeah.
Geneva? God damn.
All right. So the winner of this matchup will be facing sweet potatoes and marshmallows.
All right.
Shrimp versus tamales.
Oh, my God.
Shrimp versus tamales.
This fucking Florida guy. Right.
You already know what the fuck I'm telling you. Don't even ask me.
Tamales?
Yeah, tamales.
All right.
No
Come at me, bro.
question. Tamales.
Do you even lift? Do you even lift?
Oh, yeah.
Benjamin Button over here talking about do you lift?
Exactly.
Over talking to Pesednik.
Pesednik, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. All right, so
Wedding planner got jokes.
huh?
Wedding planner got jokes.
Wedding
Oh yeah, wedding
Back
plan.
it
So what they're talking
Hey,
about?
J-Lo wedding planner over there.
Taylor can back it up. See me on the track. Just kidding.
Basically, I pussied out in morning workouts because it's fucking cold, and I work out with this. I went one day with this guy, Camargo.
I just was fucking lazy. I'll tell you that.
Oh no, I pussied out because it's cold, bro.
It's too fucking early.
And I told him I hate the socks.
Bro, I work in the fucking cold. That ain't gonna push me out.
They gave me a nickname and it was Poseidon because I told them I hate the socks. Fucking assholes.
Yeah, well, I don't plan weddings, motherfucker, so.
Well, you kind of do.
Shit.
All right.
Thanks to COVID, not anymore.
All right, so this next matchup is going to be facing Turkey. Right? All right, Crackers. We're sorry, Goose, but Crackers is weak as fuck.
Yeah,
that shit
Crackers
was weak
is
as hell,
done.
Goose.
No one wants
We're
Crackers.
replacing Crackers with mac and cheese.
Unless you got soup.
Mac and cheese.
Tomato soup.
Mac and cheese versus chicken wings. Chicken wings also was him.
Okay. Does this count? Baked mac and cheese?
Yeah, mac and cheese. Anything mac and cheese.
I'm going mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
All right, mac and cheese. All right. Cool.
Baked mac and cheese is the best though.
Baked mac and cheese is fire with that crumble shit on top. Yeah.
Crunchiness.
Ooh la la.
Damn. All right. So this next matchup is gonna go against. I told him specifically it was okay. He specifically said garlic mashed potatoes.
Garlic mashed potatoes? Okay.
All right. So this next matchup. So the next matchup is stuffing versus turducken.
Oh.
Stuffing.
Have you ever had a turducken?
I've never had a turducken. I feel like that's a real white people shit. No offense to any white listeners.
What kind of stuffing? What kind of stuffing, though?
Chorizo stuffing.
No, I mean,
Chorizo.
it can be. It could be any. I mean, it could be the best stuffing you ever had. You know, Man, I don't know.
There's some fucking no.
I had so many jokes right
cracker
there. I just
stuffing.
stopped myself.
I only say that because there's some bomb ass stuffing though.
No, I know. It's not the ones from the box.
Jose knows
It's
the
some
good
good
stuffing.
stuffing. You could get
Stuffing of a turducken.
no stuffing versus turducken. Turkey.
Duck, chicken.
But if you think about it, if a turducken is a turducken, there already is stuffing in a turducken.
Nah.
Dude, you're thinking. You're thinking.
But wait,
going turducken.
no.
You're thinking. You're thinking.
Why
Hold on.
is there stuffing in the turducken?
Because you never had a turducken.
That is
That
true?
doesn't answer my question. Why is there stuffing in a
I'm gonna be
turducken?
Why is there a duck in a turkey? First of all,
Within a chicken.
Exactly. That's why I don't trust it. I'll take my stuffing that's sitting by itself, not inside of something else.
For
Okay,
purposes
okay.
here, I've never had turducken with stuffing inside of it. It's
Boom.
just usually turducken. with
It's
no
all
stuffing.
meat.
but you could put
All
stuffing
meat,
in the,
yeah.
All
you
meat.
could put stuffing in a turducken though.
Yeah, you
Okay, so you can. So we're talking about options now?
No.
Yeah, you can put fucking pig in a turducken.
That's like saying you can fucking put a arrachera and fucking asada and
You
a
don't
fucking
even know.
torta and shit.
Yeah,
a
you
burrito.
can't.
A burrito's a burrito.
He
Shit.
said
You
put a
all the
burrito
shit
in a
you want in.
torta.
Shit.
Next comparison,
How much
please.
you can put in the tamal? How many?
One thing.
No, you cannot. You can
In
put
a
more.
tamal?
You can put more than one
In a
thing.
tamal?
Yes,
What do you
you
put in
can.
your tamales?
Obviously, you put one thing, but you can't put more
This
than one.
motherfucker.
You-
Okay,
I
you
put two.
can.
What is it?
The masa and the fucking
Meat.
meat.
Masa don't count.
That's two
Masa
things.
is the foundation of it.
But
Y'all
all right,
wild.
so,
Now y'all
so
wild.
all
That's
right,
like
all right.
saying, oh,
All right,
y'all
all right,
got
whoa, whoa, whoa,
stuffing,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
but it's bread
but,
and seasoning.
Bro, if you eat a hamburger with no cheese, what is it?
A hamburger.
But what's in it?
Meat?
It
Bread?
wa- you don't
lettuce?
count the bread?
Yeah, I did.
All right, so that's the masa and the meat.
Y'all wildin'.
Thank you,
Y'all
Tom.
wildin'.
So I fuck with you, bro.
Y'all wildin'. That's all right.
All right,
Next
so
comparison.
back to this turducken versus stuffing.
I say stuffing. Jose is gonna talk about
I like turducken though.
fucking
But there is some bomb ass stuffing though. There is some bomb ass stuffing.
bomb ass stuffing.
If it's my stuffing, I'm going stuffing.
All right, stuffing.
If it's my stuffing, I say stuffing.
All right, I'm gonna say
I
stuffing
don't
too.
fuck with turducken. I
All right.
made up bullshit.
Turducken's good though, bro. You gotta try it.
I'm straight. I don't even eat meat, bro.
Oh, sorry. Turkey.
All right.
Turkey and
So
chicken.
you know what?
That's still meat.
I don't see no fucking cow.
I was gonna record another podcast and wait for another round, but fuck it. Let's just do it. Let's just get the big boys out the way. All right,
Let's
so
just take a
let's
shot
go.
first.
oh, whew, I like that.
Okay.
Cheers, salute.
Turducken. Sponsored by
Turducken
something,
ass mother.
Salute by cheers to Jose's stuffing. Again, I was pouring quarter shots. Jose came out here with the fucking full shots like a grown ass man.
Give me the
chills.
chills in the middle of the winter.
Big dick shots.
All right, so ham. Number one is ham.
Okay.
We said versus crab legs.
Ham.
Ham.
I'm gonna say
I mean,
crab legs.
It's Thanksgiving. I can't say that I.
Bro, crab legs are $13 a pound.
That's why we've never had them at Thanksgiving.
But
Hey,
would you
'cause
rather
turkey's
would you
$6
rather
a
have ham or
pound.
crab legs?
Tony, we ain't people with money.
No, don't worry about the money. I got you.
Oh,
Don't worry
he's
about the
got
money.
us.
Don't worry about the money. Crab legs or ham.
If
Don't
you're
worry
having
about
girl
the money.
problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got nothing.
And
ham?
ham problem.
You guys
Crab
still got- you guys
legs
still
ain't
got-
one.
Crab legs ain't what?
All right, we'll go with ham. We'll go with ham.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm
Alright.
going ham. On
Oh,
that
you
one.
go spam on that shit.
All right.
I'll take crab.
All
legs
right.
over
So
some-
for number 8,
I was raised on bread and bologna.
so for number 8 seed versus number 9 seed, pumpkin pie, specifically pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie, all right.
Versus any sort of fruit, like the appetizer fruit, like
Pumpkin pie.
pumpkin pie.
All right.
The Cool Whip.
If you could tell, that was
With
my
Cool Whip-
that was my
with
buddy
Cool Whip.
Andy.
Not
that-
whipped
man.
cream, but
Yeah.
Cool Whip.
All right.
Cool Whip's fun.
All right. Sweet potatoes with marshmallows roasted on top.
Sweet potato casserole.
Delicious. Versus tamales. And I'm going hard with the sweet potatoes. I'm going hard with the sweet potatoes. Nope. Because you had those for Christmas. You had those for Christmas and New Year's Eve. Hell
Better
no.
not to have them for Thanksgiving.
Nope. Because they're too dry. You can't be doing it. Nope. Well, not too dry. But
I'm not gonna lie. That's a real tough.
If you have a
that's
real mom, she'll
tough
make tamales
comparison.
for you for Thanksgiving,
Dude.
and for Christmas.
Dude, I understand that, but you cannot.
Fresh.
I don't.
Fresh.
All right, personally,
All right,
I don't
peace
want
to all
them
the moms
3
out
times
there
in the
who
holidays
passed.
within
Fresh.
2 months. Within 2 months, you
Your
want
mom's
3.
not gonna buy you any gift, bro. You might as well unwrap the tamales.
No.
Let's be honest.
Damn,
You are a grown ass man. You a grown ass man. Your mom ain't gonna buy you no fucking gifts.
I don't want the tamales though. I don't want the tamales.
He said
I
Santa
want
left
Hey,
tamales
I want
under the
sweet
tree.
potatoes. Dude, have you ever had it
Hey,
though?
hold on. Time out. When you unwrap a tamale, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Christmas time. Christmas time.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But we're celebrating
It's your
Thanksgiving.
birthday.
We're
It's your
celebrating
birthday.
Thanksgiving.
You're excited.
Thanksgiving, bro.
Are you
We're
excited?
celebrating
Are you
Thanksgiving.
excited though? Are you
We're still
excited?
in
Are you
November.
excited? Are you excited though?
That's like celebrating Halloween on Memorial Day.
Bro, if my
What we
mom gave me
doing?
tamales for my birthday, I'll be fucking super excited. Fuck. Give me tamales.
That's September, bro. You're
That's
still
'cause
you're
you-
still early.
Bro.
We're still in November. We're talking about
We're
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
We're talking
Holiday.
about sweet potato casserole versus tamales.
Dude,
Tamales.
For
Fuck
tamales.
sweet potatoes. Huh?
No.
I honestly, I really like sweets. That's a real tough comparison for
like
me.
when the marshmallows are on
But I'm
top.
gonna go tamales.
It's a thin layer of marshmallow. You just crunch through it.
Bro, you're
Sweet
talking about
potatoes.
tamales. Tamales is your
Bro.
fucking forehead right now.
Oh god
Tienes
damn
pinche
it.
nopal pintado.
Tamales con pinche cremita y luego quesito, un poquito salsa. Híjole.
Hey, I say we gotta go to the next room and give a vote from there.
Go grab him. Go grab him.
Go grab 'em.
Go grab
Bring
a
'em in.
Go grab a spokesperson.
They're,
Go grab one.
it's gonna have to be a non-pregnant because there's smoke in here.
Go grab Rosie.
Can I?
Yeah. Yes, you can fart in the mic.
You're the one who's speaking from that fucking mic.
So this is old me saying sorry to whoever has that mic for my next podcast next week.
Mark that shit. Over there
Mark
with
it.
the fucking
Mark it. It is
Jordan
11:50.
14s over there, black and white.
All right, we're gonna. Dude,
Bro, tamales.
Tamale-
Tamales. It's
dude, you can have tamales on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Eve, or New Year's Day, whatever you want to say it. Like that's how we have it. Things or when I say Christmas, it's a Christmas Eve thing. But what?
told you.
And guess who said? Guess.
Your wife told you.
Okay, I just went into the room and asked sweet potato or tamales to the 3 wives.
Yeah.
Jose and I both say tamales, and our wives, tamales. Tony says sweet potato casserole. His wife,
Oh, it's a
sweet
major
potato
upset.
casserole.
That's fucking DePaul
Yeah.
defeating Kentucky right now.
So we got 4 against 2.
All right, fucking tamales. God damn
Tamales,
it.
goddamn right.
All right, next one.
Don't hang out with Mexico.
Number 5 seed versus number
Hey, keep hanging out with your white folks.
number
Keep having your fucking crab legs and shrimp for Thanksgiving.
number 5 versus number 12. Alcohol/beer versus green bean casserole.
Alcohol slash
Next.
beer.
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
All right.
Fuck.
yes,
Sweet.
yes.
Put the whatever you
I
just
don't even
said.
know what the next thing you said was.
Say what?
All right. Number 2 seed. We're on the other side of the bracket. Number
All
2
right.
seed. Turkey versus mac and cheese. Ooh. I'm gonna say mac and cheese because turkey's dry as fuck.
I'm gonna say mac and cheese because I don't really fuck with meat.
Oh,
And if it's turkey, I need a hell of a lot of cranberry sauce on it. Because that shit is dry as fuck. Or gravy.
yeah, or gravy. Something to make that
Something
shit
that's
wet.
not dry.
Make that
You
shit
know,
wet.
Get that wop.
What's
This shit's going downhill real fast.
you say what? Sweat ass pussy.
I
Wet
need
ass
that.
pussy.
I need that.
But what the fucking?
What do you think? What do you think? Turkey or mac and cheese?
I mean, Thanksgiving without turkey though.
But you just said tamales, so I don't believe you.
Hell yeah, I'm a fucking a turkey with tamales.
All right, so
Turkey with
what did you say?
tamales.
Macaroni and cheese.
What did you
bro.
say? Turkey?
I'm talking turkey, bro.
All right, majority wins mac and cheese, baby.
Yep, mac and cheese.
All right,
You didn't ask me, bro. You didn't
I just want to see you say. I just want to see you fail.
I know.
Number 7 versus number 10. Biscuits or cornbread? Like biscuits/cornbread. That's one.
Okay.
That's one.
Right.
Versus cranberry paste or the stuff in the can. You know the canned cranberry stuff.
Biscuits. Cornbread. You drink
Cornbread.
You gonna eat your cornbread?
Cornbread. I'm gonna wait till you say yours because I already know mine.
I'm gonna have to say cornbread.
Same here, baby. Let's go.
I love
Bring
me
it
some
around
cranberry sauce,
town,
but-
baby. Bring it around town. All right.
Bring it around.
All right, here we go.
Yo,
Number-
Ray, the boom boom room, right? Upper room. You gonna eat your cornbread?
All right, number 3, garlic mashed potatoes versus stuffing. Number 14.
Mashed potatoes is shit though, bro. You can never say no to mashed potatoes.
But is it garlic specific?
He
It-
just said garlic.
I did say garlic mashed
Yes, you did.
potatoes. He was very specific on this one. I've already fucked my buddy Goose over so many times. 'Cause
Stuffing.
We shitted
Yeah.
on all this shit, so I got to
Go on.
keep the garlic mashed potatoes.
I'm going stuffing.
And because I shit on all his stuff, I'm gonna go with garlic mashed
Oh,
potatoes.
shit on you.
I'm going to go with garlic mashed potatoes because you fucked me over with
Drip, drip, drip.
tamales.
Piss on you.
Piss on you.
All right, last one, boys.
Yes,
Could you
fucking.
pour us a
check it
quarter,
in.
quarter shot? Quarter shot.
Oh no, what the fuck is a quarter shot? Shot's a shot.
Could you just pour us a shot?
Can you pour us a white shot?
All right, last one.
Can you pour me a crab leg shop?
Could you pour me a sweet potato with marshmallows on top shot?
Jose, you've never
Can
had
you-
that, bro?
Can you pour me what's a fancy restaurant where they only give you like
Cheesecake Factory?
Ruth Chris?
Cheesecake Factory?
That's just-
Chili's?
Morton's?
Morton's?
Morton's.
Morton's little glass though. Splash.
Nah, I'm gonna need more than that.
I like that wrist action, though. I like the wrist action.
But that shot right there is
Yeah,
$75.
I'm fucking Mexican.
All right. Last one, boys.
Hey,
Number 6 seed, gravy, versus number 11 seed, pop.
gravy and pop.
Gravy or soda?
Pop. Because we're
Soda
from
pop.
fucking Midwest.
Soda pop?
What's mashed potatoes?
Pop,
without
pop,
gravy?
basically anything carbonated
mashed
besides the alcoholic drinks.
Also soda water. I can have
Soda water, soda.
I'm going gravy.
It has it
I'm
in
going
it.
gravy.
It has it in it.
I'm going gravy. Because if I get stuck with that fucking turkey, I'm gonna have to put
I'm
some
gonna go
gravy.
gravy too. Hey, no. I'm gonna go.
Some water. I gotta put that gravy on that.
I'm gonna
fucking
go
turkey.
gravy too, and the reason why is because I don't mix my liquor with drinks or like pop and shit. So
Oh, I see.
pop is just extra calories. You feel me? What about you, Camargo?
He gonna talk about calories right now in the last question, so I'm gonna say gravy too. If we talking calories, let's go gravy. You know, because I can put that shit on everything.
Hell yeah.
You know, I put it on my mashed
Perhaps I'll
potatoes,
put
on
that
my
shit in
green
everything.
beans, on my yams,
Tastes so good, you wanna smack your mouth.
Hell yeah.
yam, ham, potatoes.
I'm gonna put that in the video. Hands.
Wow.
That's hilarious. All right. Before we take the shot, I want to cheers you guys, man. I appreciate both of you guys coming on the podcast. We literally talked about what we were going to talk about before we started this, and we didn't talk about any of it. And that's what I love about this whole process. You just don't know what the fuck you're going to talk about. Yeah. But we did have a deep conversation. Yes, we did. Meaningful conversation. Yes, that's why I love you guys. That's why I love having you guys over. And whatever happens in the near future as far as COVID, blah, 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 I hope you guys are the best. Hope you guys are safety, healthy, all you guys' family and stuff like that. So cheers you guys for coming over, and I appreciate you guys.
Cheers,
can
man.
I tell you something?
Yeah. Before or after? Okay. Salud.